And we got brand new microphones. Welcome back, you sons of bitches. You were enjoying that, weren't you, you little ASMR freak fuckers? Yeah, I know you. No, I don't. I don't know who watches me, but I hope someone does. Love you, Mom.
I think my sister does.
Hey, D.
I don't know if she wants her name on the internet.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot of D's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a D's nuts joke.
Yeah.
It's actually D. Sorry.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said names. Names bad. I realized that the last week when I said when I was doing the story about someone dying in my workplace and I mentioned names, I'm like, yeah, but like there's a bunch of Kevins.
No, yeah, I thought about that. I was gonna bleep it out.
Yeah.
But then I thought, I mean, you've said it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's but
So,
I get in trouble.
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome back. We got pretty new microphones with perfect pop filters and perfectly pop filters. And we're not quite sure how this is going to sound. This might never be released, but we're hoping that it sounds real good. And if we keep hitting the cables, we'll do our best to get over that. But welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm real excited.
I'm pretty excited.
New equipment is kind of fun. We bought like 2 microphones. We bought an audio.
3 microphones.
3 microphones for if we ever have guests. Don't
Yeah.
get any ideas out of you. None of you are talented. Shut up. Go away.
That's why they fit in here.
Like what?
That's how people fit in on a podcast. They're like, oh, you
Yeah.
have the same vague interest.
Yeah.
Cool.
Get in here. We bought an audio mixer. We bought 2 mic stands, but they didn't work, so we sent them back.
Yeah.
That's why we're holding them for this week. And we're not really sure what we're gonna do, but yeah. I was about to say it's not like we're making progress, like in shows you watch like start getting better equipment.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm putting everything I make back into it. We haven't made it anything.
Yeah.
Okay. WikiFeed did not come through,
bro.
Yeah, but we kind of just said we'd spend a bunch of money on them, and I'm kind of happy we did.
Yeah.
It's nice having nice audio equipment, and I'm really worried I keep hitting this cable every 3 seconds, but I don't know what else I'll just have to stay perfectly still the entire podcast and go against my entire being.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past 4 minutes now.
Yeah.
I
I was just really hoping I could give the speech of thanks a lot for the support, guys. All thanks to you. We got this new audio. Nothing is thanks to you. We got all of it. You're all useless. You're all fucking useless.
Yeah. All 7 people who
7
view.
of you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's more than I thought there'd be.
Yeah.
Hear 'em, I think.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
7 people.
Yeah.
14 on TikTok.
14. TikTok aren't real people. I've been
No,
saying
they're
this
not.
to you
No.
for the longest time.
They're really not, though.
They don't exist.
Yeah. I got one person who I kind of regularly see like the stuff I do on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who are you? Why do you like the things I say?
Yeah, like I can understand like the masses of like people that are lonely and depressed and whatever. They flock to like Twitch and give people money, and Twitch streamers, they're like the professional, oh thanks a million bud, I really appreciate it. Like, taking your money. Or like fucking giving money to random girls in the hot tubs so they'll write your name on something or whatever the Twitch trends are. I get that, but like dudes with 7 subscribers on like YouTube and you're like commenting on their shit. Why? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Unless it's like genuinely you have found a very talented person that has not made it yet, but that's like 1 in a million.
I've had people tell me like I'm pretty talented.
Yeah, but you don't
whatever.
have like 10 subscribers. You have like a few at least.
Yeah, I have like 30 something.
Yeah. Oh, on YouTube. Oh, okay. I thought you had more. Yeah, no, that's kind of weird.
Oh no, TikTok is like, we're edging there. We're getting to 2,000 slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll put something out and like that's a funny thing. I'd appreciate it if people thought that was funny. And then sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I want to say this thing, and just throw it out there.
Yeah.
And that's when people are like, yeah, you say thing. I'm like, I don't.
You can't control the algorithm, buddy.
But I don't want people to like agree with my fucking takes on
dumb shit.
On dumb shit. I want like when I put out something that I think is funny, like a sketch or something that I do. I'm like, here's I've put more than 5 minutes into this.
Thanks a million.
But no,
it's never the shit you want that goes big, right?
Yeah.
Unless you really really commit.
Yeah.
I think I heard the last day that like people are basically human algorithms at this point, just through like a general popular opinions and like how you were raised and stuff like that. That you are basically an algorithm of like you've heard all this stuff, and because you've heard all this stuff gets suggested to you that you go into.
Yeah.
And you go into that stuff, and so because you get into that stuff, you get into this stuff, and you are basically the human algorithm of just like your family and friends, and I was like, that's kind of terrifying.
Yeah. Kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought about this. Some of the podcasts I listen to, because I listen to a few, they introduce themselves every episode and explain, what the show is about every episode.
We should definitely do that.
I feel like we should do that, but also I don't want to like read out a blurb every week.
I mean, it's not a blurb. I feel it would just like be, hey guys, welcome back to Indoor Barbecue. Sean. Do you like the TV thing of like, it's Sean?
Oh,
That's the bit where you say your name.
it's David.
You clearly don't watch enough TV. Neither do I. I haven't watched it in like 10 years. I hate it.
Well,
No.
I mean, like the thing comes across, like the spatula comes across and says our names and has our handle.
Yeah.
You know that if you weren't a filthy audio listener.
Hey, it's hard to get time.
Yeah.
Like I listen to myself all day already. I was in work and I was listening to a podcast because I was doing like some mindless job where I didn't have to actually do anything, and I was like considering putting my own podcast on to listen to it, and I was like, how fucking narcissistic would I look to like, because I don't particularly enjoy listening back to myself, dear viewer. I hope you do, but I do not, because it's you're listening to your own take. I was like, I also found it very funny the last day. I was like, oh, I say some funny stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, Sean, you find your jokes you tell funny, really?
Huh. Curious that.
Fucking funny that. But the actual audacity of me nearly playing my own voice back around my fellow work colleagues as I was just working, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I nearly did that.
You're just listening to yourself and you're like, hey, this guy's really funny. Have you guys checked out his show? And it's like, Sean, that's you. It's like,
That's you. No, it's not.
no,
No.
that's my friend, Bob.
Bob. No, I have not told anyone. I don't know when I'll ever tell anyone in like work or that isn't in like my actual circle already. I'm just muting my phone or making sure it's muted. I'm trying to be a professional.
I've mentioned it to my mom because she asks about all the stuff I do. And yeah, that's about it.
About it?
Yeah, my sister knows about it. Most of my friends, well, one of them's already on the podcast, so I can't really tell him.
Stuff you can't really boost those numbers too much.
I can't really boost those numbers. And I think about talking to like some of her friends and being like, hey, we're doing this thing. I'm like, why would any of our friends want to hear us more? We're already friends, you know?
Yeah, I told my close friends just solely out of like I didn't want the like, because all my friends are dicks.
Yeah.
That's how I like it. And all of them dicks. And like it's just like if they found out later, like down the line, like episode 50, and be like, why the fuck didn't you tell us, bro?
Yeah.
You little pussy, you scared, you little podcast, we'd bully you. So it's just like that's built into me. Like I said it all them. Then no, I haven't really told anyone. I don't want to tell anyone because it's just kind of fun, you know.
Which is great to get brand recognition out there. Tell no one and hope that something magically happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how things work.
Yeah, I said once we get it to like a decent quality, I guess that's kind of the trap of like maybe you never get to a quality where you're happy, because once we get the good audio, we'll be like, oh, this is still bad though. I'm not going to tell anyone, and you eventually just never fucking what's the word, network ever.
Yeah.
But no, as in like I have confident enough in myself at this point that I'll say things I'm involved in. You don't like it, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
You think shit I say is cringy? Yeah, probably, bro.
Yeah. On that note,
On that note,
what's on the barbecue today, Sean? There's no microphone stand in the middle for the first time. Man, I can't wait to edit this bit.
So much
No,
room
it's still the
for
same
barbecue.
It ends.
It's like
here.
a fucking.
There's nothing. It's only on the cream bit of the wall. I'm going to remove myself.
Honestly,
so
like
you
on
have
the barbecue,
space.
it's just like from the TikTok bit that you have of Spielberg. All I can see is just Spielberg, like just on a little shish kebab after he's with a little shark chef and a chef hat on him, just like searing the little Spielberg there with all his shark buddies, like with their little beers, being like, "Hey, bro." It's fucking crazy, that barbecue.
Crazy.
What? Before you you got me into the barbecue bit again, which is wonderful. You know, the barbecue is always beautiful. Look at it; it's amazing. But like, what is our blurb? What blurb you were on about our little description? What we would say our podcast is about. Like, what do you have it down as?
Oh, I can read it out to you on the YouTube.
Yeah, because I was thinking you know, because we never set out for this to be a film podcast or any podcast in particular, because it's just kind of it's just our interests kind of align with film, because we both do film in a collegiate institution. Do film. I mean, there's a difference between a film student and someone that's. To be fair, I don't think our film student boys are very film studenty, because we don't do too much theory.
Yeah, we don't have the.
We honestly missed out. We're not even fucking pompous film students. Well, we are a bit, but like, not proper.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I think about the fact that we're self-aware about it. Does that make it better?
No.
No.
Never.
It doesn't.
Never. Ever.
It's worse, in fact, because it's like you're aware that you're annoying and an asshole.
Yeah.
And yet you still do it.
Yeah.
So that's worse than someone who's completely ignorant about how cuntish they are.
Yeah. Indoor Barbecue is a weekly show starring Sean and David, that's us. They talk a lot about pop culture and barbecue indoor. Totally. I'm going blind, I think. Initially founded in 2018, the pair struggled to get the show off the ground because I have not read this. Because nobody, including themselves, believed it could work. I mean, yeah. But now, after 4 loans and signing a very dubious insurance contract, the show is up and running. I've not read that. Fucking what contract do we sign?
You don't want to know about it.
Don't want to know. What did you do? Did you put my name on it?
Yeah.
What the fuck,
I
bro?
signed your name first.
No.
Yeah.
Am I like your guarantor
Sure.
on your loan? Did I ever tell you about that? One of the I work in a restaurant. I've probably said it a bunch. That can be like, I can already tell.
That's a bit.
No, but not even that bit. Just like you know, in podcasts you listen to, you're a regular listener, and they say like something like every episode just because it's relevant and they need to say it, and you understand why they say it, but you're like, oh my god, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I could already see that, but I have to consciously keep saying it over and over again just for, you know, those 7 people. You can live with it, guys.
But for the new listeners.
For the new listeners. For all the new listeners of the
For all the
podcast,
new
I never thought I'd say that. But there was a guy in Ireland that won the Euro Millions or whatever. He didn't win too much money. He won like 2 million, and he invested it in like a housing estate in a kind of a place that was due to kind of become a new nice town. It was a popular town with a lot of traffic going through it, but eventually they built a motorway, so everything got made to shit. But this guy that won like 3 million was his friend's guarantor on a loan that he took out of like 10 grand. And then like after like 2 years, after this guy lost all his money,
right,
like they came back and be like, your friend didn't pay his loan, and then he got sued and arrested and went into or he got put in jail, I think, for like 3 months. I'm just like, bro, the absolute run of bad luck. If this guy lost 3 million and then what done him in was being a guarantor on a loan of like 10 grand that he didn't even have left, because he's like, the last of his money went to like his kid's fucking school and then like he had no money left.
That's sad.
I want to be a guarantor or something. Actually, I don't want to be.
Well, 4 loans, so you know, barbecues are expensive is all I'm saying.
Fucking are. Right, on that note, we wheel it up.
I got one thing. No, I got 2 bits of news.
2 bits of news
outside of the wheel of news.
Yeah.
I think I want to start a 3rd segment. It's called Boat Full of Rumors.
I want to start a lot of segments.
It's called Boat Full of Rumors, and it's news that I find that I'm like, I don't know if this is real or not.
Yeah.
That I don't want to put in the wheel because it might be someone else's lie.
It's like, I feel like there should be a game of when you click into clickbait news, you got to figure out if it's real news by the time it asks you to accept cookies. Before it gets to the point where it stops you scrolling, it's like, accept the cookies or leave, or we will get sued.
You have to guess there.
Yeah, you got like, oh fuck yes, let's go.
Anytime I see one that's like, the headline's like, look, what, this actor is this character, I'm like, oh, that's just a fan-made Photoshop.
Yeah.
That's it. There's never anything official.
How pissed were you the day you figured out fan trailers weren't real trailers?
Dude!
I was so mad. I can't remember what it was for,
God.
but I was on YouTube and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Actually, wait, I've seen this. Oh, this is just clips from the old movie. This isn't a new trailer. And then I looked at the description and it was fan-made trailer for whatever. And I was like, what?
I can tell you my 3, like, that will stick my brain forever.
Yeah.
These are things that made me realize, oh, you can take anything and edit into anything, right? There was a fake trailer for a Heath Ledger Joker prequel movie that I seen in a internet cafe. And I was like, oh my god, they're making a Heath Ledger Joker movie. It's so cool. Never happened, obviously. There was Marvel versus DC that I only copped wasn't a real movie because they had both the Superman Returns actor and Christopher Reeve in the trailer doing action, and the camera would spin around and be like Christian Bale's Batman. I'm like, I can't have two Supermans, don't be crazy. And the third one, which was really convincing, and is one of my favorite fake trailers, I go back to it every once in a while because it's so like well put together, was for The Boys.
The comic?
Yeah, someone made a fake trailer for a The Boys type movie for The Boys the movie in like 2011.
How was their cast?
I cannot remember anyone off the top of my head right now.
Yeah.
But looked pretty cool. Looked pretty exciting.
Maybe like, you ever think how many movies get made off that shit? Like, wasn't that the Deadpool thing of like someone leaked?
Oh yeah,
the trailer or whatever it was, the tester, beta, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and then like everyone loved it so much that they eventually did make it, like the whatever execs, and then like every fucking interview ever with Ryan Reynolds is like, so who leaked it? And he's like, I don't know.
It's definitely him.
I don't know.
It's either him or he's paid off whatever intern did it to never talk about it, so he can just say it was him. Yeah,
that like one intern has like a 20% share in whatever his gin company is, and they're like, "How'd you get that?" No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bud.
Cool.
Do
you want to hear some news up top? Some news up top.
News up top.
I'm not making a graphic for it.
Some news up top.
Borderlands movie update.
Borderlands movie. Oh, I actually was just playing this game the last day. I'm excited.
Nice. Randy Pitchford, who's the CEO of Gearbox, right? He was answering a tweet.
Yeah.
And he said, this is in relation to the movie and to the end of the movie and possible people who might appear in sequels. He said, we shot a bunch of different options for zingers, right? For like the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And one of them includes Handsome Jack, which apparently is a big deal.
Handsome Jack is like the villain from Borderlands 2. One of the greatest game villains of all time.
Fair enough.
He's real funny because the whole game he is just taking the piss out of you through like echo logs, which are these they're basically just like whatever mission you do, like main story mission, it'll just be him just taking the piss out of you and just be like, what the fuck you doing? But like he'll just be in some random spaceship somewhere. It got an award for like best fucking video game actor or whatever the fuck. It's real good. It is a big deal. Yeah.
Cool. Well, maybe he'll be in a tease, Yeah,
I don't know. It'll work. It'll probably be terrible. I'm picturing like Jared Leto's Joker. It's just going to be bad.
Oh. Well, maybe it'll be good. Eli Roth has made some good movies.
Video game adaptation movie that's good.
Hey. No, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what do you got? What do you got?
I was like, I haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog.
Is Hitman?
It's bad.
Hitman's a game that was made into a movie. I'm pretty sure that movie inspired another game that they made another game, and then they made a movie off that again.
Huh.
Because as in it was definitely a game first. But I'm not too sure. Yeah, as in just bunch of zingers.
Yeah.
I can pick.
That sounds like a great way to talk about your movie. We filmed a bunch of scenes and we can't decide which one to put in the movie.
I mean, it's real good. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely going to be just it's going to be that moment that's like Jared, the Joker at the end of whatever the Schneider cut is.
Oh,
where they just show him. It's going to be that, but it's going to be Handsome Jack just like turning around and going to be Zinger.
Oh,
I imagine, which is how they're going to sell it, and I hope it's great.
Cool. I got one other thing before we go into the Wheel of News. Our boy Joseph Krasinski has a new project.
Joseph Krasinski, what has he made?
He made Tron Legacy. And he made Oblivion. And he's making, or it's probably like finished at this point, Top Gun Maverick.
Fair enough. That makes sense. I was just like, in my head, I was like, Oblivion kind of is just Tron Legacy, but not in a computer.
Yeah. and slightly better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer Tron Legacy. Oblivion is good though.
I do love Oblivion, but like we've talked about this to death in like our private lives. Tron Legacy is the biggest not letdown maybe, but just like they throw so many good ideas out there and it just doesn't land.
I feel like it's solely because the soundtrack is so good.
Yeah.
And Jeff Bridges he's great now. I love him in that. And it's just like we talked about the one bit in particular we always talk about is that fight scene in the nightclub.
Yeah.
That could have been the coolest fucking thing ever. You have Tron, like the weird lightsaber light aesthetic. Everyone's like weird neon. You have Daft fucking Punk in a goddamn cubicle up the top DJing, doing the soundtrack. And that scene is shit.
It's bad.
Fucking shit. And it should be the greatest thing ever, and it's not.
I do wonder if it's because that was Joseph Krasinski's first live action movie.
Yeah.
Because before he did like a bunch of demos for like video games, like the cutscenes and shit. So I imagine like dealing with like a bunch of real actors and action scenes like that for the first time.
Yeah.
On a fucking Disney project.
I mean, probably. You know,
Yeah.
making movies is hard. There's
Yeah.
a lot of things
Yeah.
involved. I can just say, dude, just make Daft Punk do the music and then make them dance and do like the beats to the stuff.
Yeah.
I know it's not that easy, but fuck, lad, come on.
Yeah.
Like, it's just solely disappointing. It's like, have you ever watched a movie trailer ever? Like, the fucking big horns, Christopher Nolan's stupid Inception horns, like, literally line up to every, like, it's rhythmic montage. I spent fucking 2 months learning about it in stupid school. It's just, you know, it's the very basics of filmmaking, of sound and action go together to create impact. And it's just like, it's the whole thing. Find me the fight choreographer on that fucking thing. Or whatever. They did not talk to each other.
Do you want to hear about the movie he's making though?
Yeah, send it on.
He's going to adapt Chariot.
Chariot.
Yeah. Chariot is a comic book from it's this year. It was either released this year or really late last year.
Okay. I think they were say from like the 40s or whatever. It's like,
no.
I didn't know they were still making comic books.
Of course they're still making comic books.
Why?
Because they're really good.
Just make movies.
No, it's a good medium. It's a great medium to make.
I've never got into it. I don't know.
I don't know. I just think that comic books work. A lot of things that work in comic books don't work in live action because they have real people in it, and so you don't have that, you know, little bit of that distance between reality, and what fiction, you know. But anyway, Chariot, right? Okay. Yeah. So you know Knight Rider?
Knight Rider. I do, obviously.
Okay. So the concept of Chariot is a Knight Rider-esque program in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, full fucking weird synthwave looking shit. Where a secret agent has control of a super high-tech car, right? But in this comic, what's happened is those two disappeared on a mission, right? And this fucking slummy dude in the modern day finds the car. He's like, oh shit, cool, that's the car. But the consciousness of the secret agent is now is still in control of the car. And your man's like, well, I want to do crime shit. And the car's like, nah.
Do you still? What do you read comic books over?
Mostly I do it on my laptop.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
I'll turn it sideways.
Yeah.
Which isn't my favorite way to read books, obviously.
Yeah, because as in like you love comic books.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever seen you read a comic book.
Yeah.
I'm just now realizing when you say it, I'm like, is this like where is he reading them?
Yeah.
I know you can read shit online, but I thought that's the whole appeal of comic books. Just like hold them.
It is, but the comic book industry is hell bent on squeezing every last cent out of you.
Yeah.
And digital releases are way cheaper than buying the physical copies. There's like a few comics that I do want to like down the line have a physical copy of that I enjoy.
Yeah.
But like buying a comic book week to week, like a physical copy of it, especially in fucking Ireland.
Very expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
It takes like 3 or 4 weeks to get here if there's no publisher in Ireland.
Where would I put them?
Where would I
put them? That's what's adult shit ever. Where would I put them? Where am I going to do it? I can't do it. I can't do it.
Like, on the amount of money I have every week, I can't be spending like a shit ton of money on physical comic books. I'd love to, but I can't.
Is this Krasinski movie a new? Is it another kind of The Boys-esque dark type thing, or is it just kind of a he's a criminal, he's a bad guy?
I mean,
they both don't want to kill people.
Well, he's a you know, a he's a ship bloke, but he's like a street level ship bloke, and now he has a super intelligent car. But the appeal of it really is the aesthetic, where it's like like I said, it's like a synth wave kind of like it's got the neon colors and everything, but like instead of being dark and grimy, the world is very bright, and then the contrast is that the story is like this kind of dark, miserable shit.
Yeah. Is that just becoming like the new thing after like The Boys was so popular, and it's probably a rake of other things I'm forgetting about, like Deadpool, and The Boys, and Deadpool's more R-rated. It's very funny. The Boys is obviously more dark, still R-rated.
Yeah, but like it's dark, but there's like a comedic flair to it.
Like, is there just like after The Boys was so big, did they just scour the fucking comic book realms for like all kind of strange stories that are dark that people never wanted to make because they think they wouldn't be popular?
I mean, probably, but like what I like about Chariot is that it isn't a superhero comic.
Yeah.
And if we're being perfectly honest, I'm kind of tired of the only comic books that are getting big adaptations are just like, oh, it's a superhero. Like, well, we could. There's a lot of other things.
I feel like that's like people are just unaware because like I don't fucking know anything about comic books. Like there's like they're superheroes. It's Marvel. It's Wolverine. That's all it is to me.
Nah, there's so much more.
Good. Right,
Good.
I'm gonna reset this.
Yeah, we talked about Chariot a lot longer than I thought we would. So, Wheel of News.
The Wheel of News. You're gonna spin it when I'm doing the fucking thing. He's gonna let me just sit there like that, you piece of fucking shit. Every week. On professionalism. It also lands the black one first every week as well. I've noticed that. Super Mario 64 sells for 1.56 million.
Mm-hmm.
Like the rights for Super Mario 64, like a copy of Super Mario 64, like actually Super Mario, a guy named Super Mario that is 64 years old sells. Did they sell their uncle that has like really, really onset Alzheimer's? I'm going to go with that one. They have sold Mario Super, 64 years of age, New Jersey native for $1.56 million. That's what I'm going to go with. True. Tag me in.
Okay.
What we got?
So the headline is true.
Yeah.
But what you said...
Hey. They didn't sell Mario Super. What do they sell them for?
They didn't sell a man called... It's a copy. It's a copy of Super Mario 64.
Whatever you say, bud.
I figured, seeing as last week we talked about Zelda being... That was the biggest, like the most expensive thing ever. And that was nearly $1 million for a video game.
Yeah.
Right? And this is...
That's why it's 1.56 for an actual human.
No, for a copy of Super Mario 64. Okay? Now you might be thinking, that's a lot of cash money for something that's,
Mario 64 is like the most revered game, like fucking ever. Well, no, not ever, but like it's a very revered, valued game. That doesn't even surprise me remotely.
Okay, but here's the thing, right?
There's a thing?
Here's the thing, right?
Fuck.
Similar copies of the game, like in similar condition, because this is on their made-up scale of how valuable old shit is.
Yeah.
This is a 9.8 A++. That's how pedantic their fucking scale is.
Is that a real scale, or are you like making that up?
I'm not. That's like the rating scale for video games, and they do it for comics as well.
Okay.
For the condition they're in.
Fucking
right?
nerds.
And there's two copies. There was one that was a 9.6 on the scale, and one that was a 9.4 on the scale, right?
Yeah.
And they sold for 38,400 and 7,500, respectively.
Yeah.
So even though people are like, oh, well, this is obviously like a better kept, the jump, like the fucking leap in scale from the thousands to million is insane.
Yeah, but when did they sell the older ones?
Like last year.
Hey, Briss, we've been through a pandemic. We don't know how long we're going to last. You got to ask your copy of Super Mario 64.
Well, here's the thing, because I was looking into it.
He just took a vaccine. He don't know what's going to happen. He might turn into a frog. He just wants to play Super Mario 64, bro.
Yeah, well, you can buy it off fucking, I don't know, the Nintendo store for like $50.
You wouldn't understand.
I don't understand. I think this is stupid.
You never met Mario.
Yeah. But yeah, there's very few copies in this condition. So obviously, if two of them have already been sold, and now another one's being sold, that means there's less available.
Yeah.
But also maybe it might be money laundering, or also maybe people are artificially inflating the value of these copies of video games the same way they did with Pokemon cards last year. Or also, maybe it's all three, and, you know?
They're fucking GameStop in it. Fucking GameStop in it. We're going to keep buying copies of Mario 64 for $1.56 million until we break the Mario economy.
Yeah, you know? Sure.
I mean, no, not surprised.
Yeah.
I'd love a copy of Mario 64. That'd be cool.
Why? You don't have Nintendo 64 to play it on.
So, be cool.
Like, maybe it's because like I didn't grow up playing a shit ton of video games,
Yeah.
but paying a huge amount of money for specific copies of specific games, I'm like, what are you doing?
It's just, well, as you know, things you get attached to as a child hold sentimental value in your heart. I obviously never played Mario 64, but if it was like an original copy of, if I was in whoever this person's situation is, it was an original copy of, let's say, Jack and Dexter. I love that game so much. Played it as a kid. Fallout's my favorite game franchise of all time. There was an original copy of Fallout 3. I'd spend $2 million on that if I had the cash. I'd fucking drop it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, sure.
Gotta do it, bro.
I don't know. I just seems stupid to me.
You're not a real nerd. Spin the fucking wheel, all right? Bitch ass. What do you like? Have sex? Fucking trash.
Cool, dude.
Dumbass. Am I going blind? Netflix adds video games to its list of services. What?
Yep.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's cool as shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but what's it gonna? It's a lie, isn't it? You whore. It's a lie, isn't it? You whore.
I don't know. Is it? You
It
gotta
is,
gamble.
yeah.
You gotta gamble.
You did that. Is it? Is it? Like I was excited. Yeah, it's a fucking lie. You piece of shit.
Netflix moves into the gaming market. It was true. You fool.
Never gonna hear the end of this.
So they're going to do streaming. They hope to move into it sometime next year. They want to do video game streaming. That's the service they want to offer.
Fuck is that gonna work? As in, like, are you gonna get it for 3 days, or is it like you're gonna have to just download it every time you play it?
Well, there's not a whole lot of information out here yet. They've probably looked at everything Amazon did wrong and everything Google did wrong, and they're like, okay, let's not do that. But also, they have hired a former executive who worked at EA. So
it's gonna be fucking terrible.
You know,
cost €90 for 3 days.
That's why I was like, really? You're like, oh, this is exciting. I'm like, no, you don't.
EA.
They've hired someone who used to work at EA, which you don't have to know a lot about video games to know. Don't.
Yeah.
EA bad.
Also, video games are kind of weird now because you can't really rent a game and just complete it. Like, games are too long or too fucking. Well, you can't, like, when I used to rent games, I used to rent like the Assassin's Creeds or shit like that, like just one-off single-player games that you could complete in like 3 days, and you're like, oh, fucking value for money. I paid £7 for a €70 game and got most of it out of it. But like nowadays, you don't really play games like that. You just like, I don't think I'm just getting old. Games have lost their, like, even kids today, like no one like just buys single-player games anymore, right? Every kid I know just plays fucking GTA or Fortnite.
But like that also could be because there's nothing else offered to them. You know, because I imagine there's plenty of people who want to play like single player campaigns.
Yeah.
But whatever fucking analyst is working for the video game company's like, everyone wants to play multiplayers. And it's like, well,
I think it's because games, if you want to buy a single player game, it is £70.
yeah.
Probably more now. It's probably 75. But like, yeah, I used to ask my mom, oh, can I get this game? And she'd be like, oh, it's €60. And I'd be like, no, you can't get that game.
Nah, that's insane.
And I don't even blame her. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. How am I meant to buy a game for €60?
But yeah, everything I've heard about streaming,
Yeah.
especially for video games, is that it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't. You need
It's like it's a weird service.
Yeah, you need it installed. And like, if they did like you can install it and then you would lose the license to play it after 3 days. That makes sense. But streaming a video game is fucking terrible. It's like the one thing where you don't want lag in.
Yeah.
It's like there's literally an entire industry dedicated to getting the latency of you moving your fucking mouse or controller and then it moving on the goddamn screen. Like there's $1 billion industry over that.
Yeah. So, you know, Netflix, maybe they'll do it good, maybe they'll do it bad. Who fucking knows?
I mean, it will be interesting either way. I'm thinking about it. Like, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Get more out of it. Are they going to charge me more for my Netflix?
I presume so.
No, I don't pay for my Netflix.
They're just going to do Netflix plus gaming.
Yeah.
And then
The like 7
Yeah.
people in the world who pay for everyone else's Netflix accounts are going to be really upset about this.
But like, if they do it well, I assume Disney's just gonna move in and be like, Disney Gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
I don't know.
They'll just fucking, I don't know. What could Disney buy in a video? What
I
video
forget-
game company could they buy?
Disney?
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm pretty sure they already run EA.
Oh.
If I had to guess from their fucking policies.
Well, they sold them like they gave them unlimited access to the Star Wars IP
Yeah.
for like what 10 years, and they've made maybe 3 games and a bunch of mobile shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Fucking-
Sure. Why spin it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of like video game. It doesn't matter. Space Jam 2 is the biggest movie. I really don't want to hear about Space Jam. No, it's not real. Space Jam 2 does not exist. It does not exist.
But it's a big
It
success.
doesn't exist. Does not exist.
You want to even hear what I wrote?
Doesn't exist.
Okay. Well,
It's
it was a lie.
It's a
It
lie.
was a lie.
It's a lie.
I was going to say the movie is Warner Bros. Most successful movie from the past 10 years.
Is it out?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yep.
Is it?
I
What's-
I seen a review. I didn't read it, but just the headline was Space Jam: A New Legacy pays honor to the original Space Jam by being shit. Also,
Okay, that's kind of good.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
like, cool.
They're not disrespecting the source material. They're being trash. as well.
yeah. Apparently, it's just a big corporate product.
Yeah.
What a surprise!
What a surprise.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to hear. Actually, well, give me the numbers if you do you have the
No,
opening
I don't.
weekend
No,
numbers?
I lied. It's
No?
not the biggest movie in 10 years.
Oh.
It's having difficulty being bigger than Black Widow.
Good.
Yeah.
Fucking good. I'm glad. I'm so glad.
Yeah. The director says he wants Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for number 3. Any movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson
It's gotta-
makes
money.
makes money. So yeah, put him in.
Can we talk about the enigma, the absolute just abnormality of a human that came out of nowhere that is Dwayne the fucking Rock Johnson that just prints money? Like
Yeah.
that dude was a wrestler.
Yeah. And then he was in The Mummy too.
He starred in Doom. The most
he is in
terrible
Doom.
action movie ever. He went from Doom to like all the money.
To every
Doom.
movie.
I don't care what steps came in between and how hard he worked, but in my brain it's fucking The Rock. What is The Rock cooking in the middle of the arena to fucking the worst CGI ever existing in the Scorpion King to Doom to Fast and the Furious? That's the timeline of my brain.
Well, I think because I know his movies were making money around the time of the Fast and Furious, and I don't think that he needed the Fast and Furious to be a big deal.
Yeah.
But him being in the Fast and Furious definitely brought
Yeah.
people into that franchise.
Yeah, I mean,
so I don't know.
He's one of those dudes that seems manufactured. That he's too nice. He's too just has too good of a work ethic.
Yeah.
He's too just like he's got no points to him. He's got no pricks. He's got no like
Yeah.
I like my celebrities to have like one bad thing where it's like not like like when it's like you don't want it to be rape, obviously.
Obviously, Jesus,
very
no.
bad.
Yeah.
You know? It's like I feel like I need to say that because Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like I don't just want all my actors like, oh, he didn't fucking do a horrible sexual assault. I don't want him. I don't trust
Yeah.
him.
Oh, you mean like?
I
just,
mean, like you know the way Brad Pitt like fucking hit his kid on an airplane or something.
you need them to be a little bit
I need
real.
like a little something.
Yeah.
Like Brad Pitt hit his kid in the airplane. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Quentin
that's fair.
Tarantino has a foot fetish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, grand.
Yeah,
You're
all
like,
right.
fucking this guy like did some dodgy drug deal, or this guy like was a fucking alcoholic. I'm like, love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Ben Affleck with his alcoholic pictures. I'm like, he's
Yeah.
a real person, bro.
Yeah.
You should all look like
I mean,
that.
he's recovering now.
Yeah,
So good on him. I
Yeah.
love a redemption story.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm just, I need a bit of realness. Like he's too like
He's
he-
too nice.
He's cracked the system. It's like him.
Just him.
No, it is just him.
Yeah.
I was about to say Kevin Hart, but he had that whole cheating on his wife thing.
Yeah, and the whole, weird homophobic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, a black comedian was homophobic in the fucking 2000s or 90s?
No.
would have thought
No, he kept it going. I think that was people's issue. Where he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. Anyway, gay people are fucking weird, right?" I think that was the problem.
Mm.
Yeah, where it's like, if you're gonna like just keep doing shit like that, why apologize?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know why comedians apologize full stop. Feels like a bad precedent.
Yeah, feels like a weird thing.
I feel like he's past comedian though. He's like
Yeah, isn't he doing like a talk show now?
idol. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. The guy's doing everything.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways.
let's not make the wheel 50 minutes like it was last week.
Yeah. Spin that wheel.
Because obviously the tangents are, I feel like, the main part of it. Luther movie coming to Netflix. Let's go! If you lie to me about this, I will walk out of this room right now because I love Luther.
So you know how I said boat full of rumors? There's a rumor that the Luther movie will be coming to Netflix.
You're a whore.
And also maybe
You're a fucking whore.
And also maybe Jamie Payne.
You're a whore.
And also maybe Jamie
Fucking
Payne.
whore.
And also Jamie Payne might be possibly directing it. He directed a lot of season or series 5.
Jamie, if you're not directing it, I know if I went out of frame. Get on that shit, Jamie, because I want to see it. I want to see my boy Luther. I love that show. It's great.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure Idris Elba has a contract with Netflix at the moment. He's been in like 2 movies for them in the past in the space of what feels like 6 months. So I assume he's got like some contract with his own production company.
Yeah.
And I assume being as big of an actor as he is, he's probably got a stake in the show Luther so he can like
honestly
make stuff happen.
I don't know how successful Luther was or how many people saw it, but if you haven't seen Luther, definitely watch it on Netflix. It's a great show. But I can genuinely rely on just the sheer greediness of any executive or person who works for Netflix or any streaming service of if it had some success in the past, if it's possible to make, they will make it, like more than likely. Like Luther the movie makes sense. Well, it makes sense. But it wouldn't have been my first guess for his next project. I kind of thought that was dead in a ditch.
I mean, they made 5 series. Like
yeah, and they all got less and less episodes.
Yeah, well, you know,
they got longer.
But but that's like modern television.
Yeah.
Is less which I don't know. I like that as a format, like less episodes. I don't need 22 episodes of a show.
I like that. I like it artistically. I don't like it week to weekly.
Yeah,
because I want my little thing every week. You know,
Yeah.
I want to like put on my new episode of my show and then eat my food.
Yeah. I think your ideal show, your like episodic show, is like 8 to 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Anything more, anything less, it kind of feels like you're telling. Like, obviously, it depends on the story, but I feel like, especially, like Loki just finished yesterday or the day before, and it really feels like where the show ended. I'm like, oh, you could have done like 13 episodes of this. This feels very, very like compact. Like you've taken too many storylines and crushed it down.
Yeah.
So that's my kind of buzz at the moment. Is just they've shortened shows too much now.
I think the problem is that there is a formula that is like funny sketch shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's 22 episodes, 24, and then cinematic ones. It's like 8 to 10. When it really should be ideally built around the narrative every time. Like the perfect TV experience for me is True Detective. It's my favorite TV show of all time. It's I think it's 8 episodes, maybe 10, but it's like very, very, very planned, and it's just it basically is a movie. Actually, now that I think about it, just in episodic form.
The structure really works for that particular show, but I don't think everything has to fall.
No, not everything has formed. That's the thing of like that is like my ideal perfect one. But like if I was hopefully ever to be given the opportunity to make a TV show. Like, what's your problem with doing like 16 episodes or like 13 or like fucking 6? Like, you know, it doesn't have to always be 10. Like, I get the formats are there for a reason, and the more and more I learn in college and stuff of why things are done the way they are, it's because there's a fucking reason, which I hate.
Stupid reasons.
Yeah, you're just like, there's reason it's been done this way for a long time, but like, you know, you can branch off a little bit here and there, bro.
Yeah.
I heard Loki wasn't great.
You know.
Oh, I'd rather bitching than. Oof. On to the next one.
You know, they made it.
It definitely made it. You have put fucking iCarly back again on that.
No.
Nickelodeon fighting it. I'm still mad over my iCarly is back.
Hang on. Nickelodeon fighting game.
Avatar. They make Avatar. It's a SpongeBob.
It's a Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? They made Nick Smash? Pretty much?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of great.
So you got Danny Phantom from Danny Phantom. You got Helga Pataki. Pataki? Is that her name? From Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
You got SpongeBob from SpongeBob.
Obviously.
You got Patrick from SpongeBob. You got Sandy from SpongeBob.
Give me Plankton. I want to beat the fuck out of
So far, no
Plankton.
Plankton. Reptar from Rugrats. Because obviously,
that's pretty cool.
obviously they can't have any of the babies from
Yeah.
Rugrats in a fighting game.
But I think Chucky got hands, to be fair.
2 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are in it, and Nigel Thornberry from the Thornberries, which.
Okay, that sounds like a fire ass
Yeah.
game. I kind of want to play that. I'm not even too much nostalgia for as a Nick kid, but like that sounds pretty great.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's there's characters that are going to be added down the line. Avatar is one of them. People are talking about what's it? Cat dog? Dog cat?
Yan Cat.
I can't remember the name, but it was like the cat and dog, and like they're attached either end to each other. It was a funny show. Don't think about it too much. Yeah, I'm excited for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds pretty good. That's like some wholesome bit of news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Nickelodeon.
But
I'm
what
real
if
proud
I
of you.
made it up?
I feel like the game. Who's making the game?
What if I made it up?
Oh, that'd be. I mean, you should sell them that idea if you did make it up.
Nah, I really wish I made it
You
up.
should. You would make a lot of money.
I really like disappointing you, like getting you all excited
Yeah.
about it and using. I'm like, yeah, but what if it's like not
What if
real?
it's like? Yeah, but no, that one's.
That one, yeah.
That's an ingenious idea.
Yeah.
If you came up with that shit, I'd be like, bro, why are you doing this podcast with me? Go sell something.
Yeah, I have no other information about it.
No. I mean, I hope it's made by a competent game studio, or else fighting games made by bad fighting games are the worst thing ever.
Bad mechanics,
Yeah.
just gross. Yeah, exciting.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, enough said. Good job, Wheel.
Spin it. Well, I mean, I made the wheel, so okay.
Good job, Wheel. I feel like just the wheel appears here every week. You don't do anything. AI Anthony Bourdain and Anthony Bourdain documentary. What? No. Are they gonna do that thing where they like collect so much lines of him talking and then make it so like the AI can just talk for him, or what? Are they gonna like make new AI? No. What are they doing to my boy? Tell me what they're doing to my boy. Tell me, David.
Okay. Can I?
Yeah.
Can I tell you?
Yeah. I need to know.
Roadrunner, a film about Anthony Bourdain, right?
Yeah.
It came out yesterday or today, right?
There goes my
Morgan Neville, or Neville, however you say his fucking name, went through hours and hours and hours and hours getting every access to all of the footage that they filmed for all of Anthony Bourdain's shows. For those who don't know, Anthony Bourdain was a celebrity chef.
Yeah.
A very fun, entertaining man.
Wonderful human. I think. I hope.
I really hope. But yeah, for parts of it, they wanted to get like him doing like a little bit of a narration going through like he does on all of his shows.
Yeah.
And so they were scouring through all the different lines that he's ever said and getting out like ones that like really worked or like really put emphasis on like the way the story was going.
Yeah.
But for parts of it, obviously, he didn't say the things they wanted him to say. So they've deep faked his voice.
I hate that. That shit is terrifying.
Yeah. Which, okay, so I watched the trailer for it and I was like, oh, that's an odd edit for like, because in the trailer, obviously parts of it are him narrating.
Yeah.
And some of them are like things he said before in different shows. I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then there's parts where I'm like, okay, they've like edited different sentences together. But no, it's just this AI voice that's, if you didn't know, it sounds like weird edits. But once you know it, you can like hear the kind of metallic kind of digital sound in it.
Because I know
So-
there's a lot of them for Joe Rogan, just because there's a billion hours of him talking. So like I see a bunch of them and I'm just like, what the fuck? They're kind of weird though. I don't really like, as in I don't know the context. So I'm not going to judge just yet of why they did that, but I don't like that. I don't like the making him say things, commenting on his own movie about probably his life and eventual death
From beyond the grave.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
That's a bit weird. I don't
Yeah.
ever AI me, please. We're not really sure where that cut off, and we figured out that our mixer has a other way of being powered. So we don't know where it cut off. We were talking about Anthony Bourdain and AI. We're hoping you got that. And then I went on a pitch selling Anthony Bourdain to people because Anthony Bourdain is a great, wholesome man who is now dead, unfortunately. But his book, Kitchen Continental, wonderful. He narrates the audiobook on Amazon. Listen to that. It's great. You'll fall in love. And No Reservations is great too. Go watch him. He's great.
Yeah. Cool.
On to the next one. You know what I found really, really sad?
What?
His book got on the top of the New York Times bestseller the year he died. Which I know is what happens, but I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he was doing kind of really good at the. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
real sad, even though it was a quite popular book before, but mainly among Jeff.
Chef people. All right.
On to the next one.
Fucking does this sometimes or just panics.
Every time.
I was watching a thing to figure out how a thing works.
fucking iCarly's back. Indiana Jones 5 set on the moon.
Ooh.
Are they going to do Nazis on the moon? Are they going to do OG Nazis on the moon?
What do you mean OG Nazis?
Well, OG Nazi like villains,
Oh.
not like OG Nazis on the moon, unless you believe
Unless the
some
Nazis...
other stuff.
Well, the Nazis went to the moon. I don't think anyone's conspiracy is the Nazis came from the moon.
You ever heard that conspiracy where
They came on the moon.
you reckon someone has come on the moon?
Oh, for sure.
You can jerk off on that.
Neil Armstrong, like, I had to make one of the arms, like, easy for him to, like, move out of. So he could just come on the moon.
Jerk it.
Yeah. NASA was like, we lost the footage. I don't know.
That's why he was the first guy on the moon. Buzz was up there doing some other shit.
Buzz was.
Who was the guy that didn't get to lead the ship?
Michael Collins.
Michael Collins.
Yeah.
Lamau.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
He was just spinning around. Imagine you walk into the meeting and you're like, hey, the other two guys are going to the moon. What's up? And they're like, Michael, someone's got to stay with the spaceship. Oh, wait, no. They're like, he walks in like, hey, guys who are going to the moon. What's up? He says, dickhead who says to stay in the spaceship, say what? And he's like, what? Fuck! No!
Fuck. Not it! that was his only flaw. He was the best at all of them. He just had the really slow not it.
Yeah.
Not it? What? Not it? What? Fuck!
God
Fuck!
Yeah.
Neil! Neil, you piece of shit. You didn't even say it loud.
Oh,
Whatever. Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
Is it? It's not with Harrison, isn't it? Right?
It is with Harrison.
Is it?
Yeah. He's in it.
Oh.
And Mad Mikkelsen is in it.
Yeah.
And I keep forgetting her name.
I feel like Harrison Ford and Matt Mikkelsen would get on a lot.
Probably.
They seem like the same level of not giving a fuck.
They're the same level of, oh yeah, I'm a celebrity.
Yeah.
Well, no, they don't care about the celebrity bit. They
Yeah.
care about the acting.
Matt Mikkelsen seems like a fucking strange, wonderful
He's
human.
so funny.
He's so weird. He's just so well.
Yeah.
Listen, like he's. I forget he's a play actor dancer. I've seen
Yeah.
all that footage of him.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that's fucking weird.
He's in
Man
a
can
Rihanna
do the
music
splits,
video.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's in. I can't remember which one it is. But they asked him what his favorite Rihanna song is, and he's like, "Oh yeah, the one I'm in the music video for, obviously." There's a story about him and Daniel Craig, where Daniel Craig was like, it was so difficult to get this role. I had to audition so many times, and Matt Mikkelsen was like, "Yeah, no, I turned down James Bond. Yeah, and then they asked me if I wanted to do the villain, and I was like, I guess I'll do it."
He turned
like
down the actual role of James Bond.
Well, I don't know. They offered him a role in James Bond, and he was like, "Nah, I don't really want to do that." And
Yeah.
Daniel Craig was like, "Oh man, it was so difficult to get this," and he's like,
And he
They
got
lose,
out,
yeah.
and Daniel is.
"Daniel really wishes he didn't audition that day."
Daniel's really. He thought it was hard to get in.
Yeah.
He had another thing coming.
Difficult in, difficult out. That's what they say. That's the phrase. So I've got some news about Indiana Jones 5. I've got a bunch of them. Antonio Banderas has been cast.
Antonio! I do love
Antonio Banderas. This is exciting. Phoebe Waller-Bridges. That's her name. That's the name of the lady she's Fleabag in a Fleabag.
I've seen that.
It's a good show. It's a great show. It's
Okay.
a lot of fun. Yeah, they're filming in Glasgow, and they've turned Glasgow into 1960s New York.
I thought you would say they turned Glasgow into the moon. I'm like, for all intents and purposes, they fucking might as well be.
Well, yeah, they've labeled it with like all the moon landing stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, welcome back, brave boys or whatever. So it definitely takes place during that time.
Yeah. I can
And
see that. Glasgow definitely didn't know anything else going on.
they're also filmed the Batman there.
Yeah.
They do a lot of stuff in Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Yeah. And third thing, horse stunts. There's a picture of like Harrison Ford's stunt double, and he's like a young man, and they've given him old man Harrison Ford hair, and all the dots in his face, and he's just doing horse stunts.
Horse stunts.
Horse stunts.
Fair enough.
Yeah, horses.
Yeah.
Horses got dots on its face too. They got to de-age the horse as well.
The horse has hair as well. The horse is sick of this shit.
Yeah. You know, I hope it's a good one. I
So
like
do
the
I.
director. James Mangold makes good movies.
Honestly, I'm just not even commenting on it at all, just because like I feel like it's just bad juju.
Yeah.
Like it'll be good or it'll be terrible.
Yeah.
There's only two ways this is gonna go.
Yep.
That's about it.
That's about it. New one?
No one. Why does the black and purple always stay? I'm so confused.
Because there's multiple options. iCarly is back. Again.
Is this like a meme or is it updated news?
This is they're making a second season. I seen the headline. No.
I want it gone. I want it gone.
I seen the headline
it
and I
gone.
thought it'd be funny.
Mm-hmm. Get out of here. Fuck
Oh,
you,
you
iCarly.
fucking-
Fuck you, iCarly.
She got my wheel all fucked up.
So, and it'll add character. Ronnie Chang action comedy.
Yeah.
Like Ronnie Chang.
Yeah.
Better be true. You're fucking iCarly bullshit.
He's gonna star and co-write this movie. There's no name for it yet. With Sebastian Denatle.
Denatle.
Yeah, they both worked at on the Daily Show together, and now they're writing this movie together for Sony.
Oh, are they just gonna...
They're making it.
Is this new Rush Hour? Is this like new Rush Hour? New... What's the Ice Cube, Kevin Hart movie? Whatever that genre is.
Oh,
Of comedians.
buddy cop.
Yeah.
Buddy
Buddy
cop,
cop.
yeah.
Comedians do things.
Yeah. One of them's the serious cop, but not really. And the other's the goofy cop, but not really. They're both kind of the same character with slightly different traits.
They bond and all their morals and beliefs dissolve by like 20 minutes.
Yeah. So, yeah. He's making this movie for Sony. There's no director yet.
I'm thinking of the right Ronnie Chang, right? The comedian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy's special we've watched a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's why I put it in, because I'm like,
Yeah.
I really like this guy.
Yeah.
And I like seeing him in more stuff.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
I was just like, thought I was being real racist and I heard Cheng and I was like, yeah, that's that guy.
No. It's the same guy.
I was like, there's not too many Asians called Ronnie, surely, right? Well, there
I don't
probably
know.
is by sheer numbers, but
Yeah.
not a common name.
But yeah, I like his stand up. I think he's funny. I like the way he performs. I've seen a bunch of clips from him on the Daily Show.
Yeah.
He's just like interviewing people on the street, and he's got a lot of charisma.
Has he
So
done acting before?
He's in, or he will be in when it comes out. Shang-Chi, the Marvel kung fu movie that's coming
Ah.
out this year.
You got a taste for it.
Yeah.
It's fucking they always wind up in acting.
What, comedians?
Comedians and
Yeah.
I suppose singers always end up in acting as well.
Everyone ends up in acting.
Everyone just wants to play a role, isn't it? It's kind of
Yeah.
cool being on set, isn't it? I suppose it's always a draw of like it's probably more execs like talking them into it, like
You can do this.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're like, bro, I got fucking Rihanna to be in a movie. Like, okay, is she any good? No, but it's Rihanna. They'll come see the
Rihanna.
fucking movie,
Yeah.
bro. You know, you got Eminem in a movie. People will be like, oh, show up and see Eminem.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
I'll see the Eminem movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8 Mile. Oh, he was in a movie actually.
Yeah, he's in 8 Mile.
Eight
Yeah, he's in the Eminem movie.
Yeah, he plays himself. He's great at it. Funny
yeah,
that.
crazy that. Yeah, I don't want to see him in anything else, but
Is
Yeah.
there a name for a Ronnie Chang action movie?
nah,
Nah?
there's no name as of
Nah?
yet. It's set in San Francisco.
Fair enough.
They should call it that. They should call Ronnie Chen does an action comedy in San Francisco.
If you haven't seen Ronnie Chang, he is a stand-up, and you should really watch him. I don't. What's the name of the Netflix special called? America. Something?
Asian man, something America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something in America.
Yeah,
He just takes the piss out of Amazon Prime and America for like an hour, and it's great. Not well, yes, specifically America, but general culture. How do you think Americans feel about?
what, being made fun of?
Yeah, all the time for everything. They're kind of okay. They got to be okay with it, right? They're,
Yeah.
they're
mean-
kind of running shit.
Well, I mean, if they don't like it, they can go fuck themselves. Honestly, they've kind of done a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah, but everyone's done a lot of dumb shit.
Asian comedian destroys America. That's the name of the
Destroys
special.
Okay, yeah, no, he went balls to the wall. with
Yeah.
it.
It's a good special. I think
Mm.
it's quite fun. I like the way he performs, where it's just like it's a long story, just building up and building up and building up,
Yeah.
and then there's like 10,000 punchlines in the space of like 2 minutes. I like that.
Shai-Chi and is that the new Marvel?
Yeah,
You
that's the
click on the new Marvel?
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Who's that? Is that who's the guy again?
I don't know this actor. He's been in stuff though, apparently.
Shimu Lee. No, I was just being racist. I thought I recognized him. Tough one.
Aquafina's in it though, and she's fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, I tried to watch Black Widow the other day.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I was just kind of worried because I seen more Marvel Asian kung fu inspired shit, and the only thing I can ever remember from Marvel was the fucking Iron Fist and how atrocious that was.
Yeah.
And how in the one thing where they're like, oh, we got a guy from the place to go to the thing, and he was the whitest motherfucker on the planet. How was he in that whatever the Assemble one was?
Oh,
Marvel fuckers
Defenders.
Assemble? Yeah.
Okay. So you know how he's an annoying piece of shit?
Yeah.
Everyone all the time's like, you're such an annoying piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, oh, nice. But then he doesn't like character grow. They all just accept him for that he's just a fucking thundering dumbass.
They all just be a cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love Daredevil. I've definitely said this before.
Yeah.
Daredevil is possibly my favorite superhero character. I just love. He's just a fun character. Well, he's full of dour and shit as well. But like I love that character. But the pitch with Iron Fist is that he's been raised all of his life to be the kung fu guy.
Yeah.
Right? He gets beaten up by Daredevil, who's just got, some street training.
He's trash.
Yeah.
He's literally trash.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that always annoyed me about the Marvel DC universe is like there's no consistency.
Yeah.
In like, because you need a fucking plot. So the guy that's real powerful can't be real powerful all the time, or else it won't work. But also, on the other hand, the people that have like actually added a solution to this is fucking anime. And they never shut up about power levels.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is why the power level has gone to this much and now he can beat him. But Jimmy Anime, the whole time he never had a high enough power level because some of his power was stored in the fucking clouds or something. And now the clouds fell down and he's got way more power.
Like we can rant about Marvel and their like inconsistency all day. But I'll just say this. The Defenders, the whole plot line, right, is that there's some big dinosaur bones hidden in a cave underneath New York City. And the Hand want to take the dinosaur bones to make some immortal juice so they can be immortal, right? But they can't open the cave because they need the Iron Fist to open the cave, right? And Danny Rand is the Iron Fist, right? So he makes his fist all glowy and he punches real hard, right? And they say this to him. They're like, we want you to punch this cave wall to get us in. And he's like, I'll never do it. I'll never do it. And then they essentially just go, pussy. And he's like, oh, Iron Fist. And he just punches the wall. Like, he's the stupidest character. He doesn't use his Iron Fist for the whole show until they're like, hey, just hit the wall over there. But you can't, coward. And then he's like, I'm gonna do it.
Did they just steal like the plot of Hellboy?
I mean, probably. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I really like the third season of Daredevil, and that takes place after the Defenders.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna watch the Defenders again, but I can't pitch Daredevil to anyone and be like, so you gotta watch all this other shit as well.
Yeah.
So that's Marvel, not great.
I used to really love the Arrow, whatever the fuck it is, the Green Arrow.
Yeah.
And then it was like there was one season, I was like, oh, it's getting pretty shit. And then the finale happened. I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. He fights Ra's al Ghul, kills Ra's al Ghul, the most dangerous man on the planet ever. And then the next episode starts, and he's like in a fucking shipping container, and then gets beat up by like 4 dudes.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, what are them dudes? Are they like the Ra's al Ghul's like ancient disciples that like came back to cast their revenge on this man for defeating their master that had almost like fanatic loyalty from all his followers because he was this fucking amazing? No, it's just 4 dudes in a shipping container.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no.
I mean,
I never watched it.
If you want like the clearest example of like a show that can't just work on its own logic is The Flash.
Yeah.
He's the fastest dude in the world, and sometimes he can't like. Sometimes he's so fast he can cross dimensions, and sometimes he can't catch a slow-moving motorbike in Vancouver. So,
hey, it's fucking tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't envy their jobs, the people that have to write those shows, because they're fucking probably very difficult because they never end. Because I feel like Marvel sits you in a room and goes, okay, write a season that we can expand upon, or we can end. depending on how it goes.
Yeah, depending on how people receive your show, make strong enough characters that people will like them, but vaguely enough defined that we can do anything we want with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not good.
Yeah.
On that note, leave this ending opening up that you can do whatever you want with it and close it off because I have to get the fuck out of this room. I'm way too sweaty.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks a lot, folks. Hope the audio came out well. We'll streamline this shit and hopefully be entertaining. Love you lots.